Okay. Good morning, students. Today we are discussing about a very important topic, that is human respiratory system. In this topic, we deal about all the aspects of respiration. Those are respiration, respiratory organs, mechanism, disorders of the respiration. Okay, before going to the topic, we are having some small introductory part. Okay, what we eat? We eat a balanced diet. What we say when when it was a balanced diet, when it contains all the components. What are the components? What are the components? Those are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, or oils or lipids, then vitamins, minerals, and water. These are the components which make the food into healthier and balanced. Make the food balanced one. Okay. When we eat, first the food enter from the buccal cavity. It enters into pharynx, then esophagus, then stomach, then small intestine, after large intestine. In the food enters pathway of the food. In this way, food enters into in our digestive system. Okay, for what? For these all things, for digestion. What is the meaning of digestion? Digestion is nothing but breakdown of larger molecules into smaller ones. Larger molecules into smaller one is called, and make them absorbable. It is called digestion. దీన్ని మనం digestion అంటాం. What are the components present in our food? Those are carbohydrates, proteins, fats, or oils or lipids. Next, vitamins, minerals, and water. These components are break down into smaller ones to make them absorbable. Okay. First one, carbohydrates. Carbohydrate get breakdown into or get converted into glucose, where in the intestine, carbohydrates get converted into glucose in the intestine. Next, proteins. Proteins get converted into amino acids. Amino acids in the intestine. Next, lipids or oils get converted into fatty acids and glycerol in the intestine. These are the compound molecules which are break down into smaller ones, like carbohydrate converted into or break down into glucose. Protein get converted into or break down into amino acids. Next, lipids get converted into fatty acids. These are the substances break down and make them absorbable. Next come to what happened to the vitamins, minerals, water. These are the simplest substances. These are available in a simplest form, which are directly absorbed from the stomach, which are directly absorbed from the stomach into the blood. Okay, first enter into the stomach, then it directly absorbed from the stomach. It directly absorbed into the blood. They are directly going to the blood. Next, why? Because these are the simplest substances. No need to break down, no need to convert. Okay, next what happened to those things, the converted things, the breakdown things, the glucose, amino acids, then fatty acids, and glycerol? What happened to them? From the lumen of the intestine, all these glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, and glycerol are absorbed into the blood. All these substances, then the water, vitamins, and minerals are get absorbed from the stomach, directly from the stomach. But coming to the complex substances, break down into simpler one. Those glucose, amino acids, fatty acids, and glycerol are absorbed into the blood from the lumen of the intestine. Through the blood, what happened to these substances? What happened to all these foodstuffs? The amino acids, next glucose, fatty acids and glycerol, all the vitamins and minerals. What happened to those things? They are become integral part of our tissues and cells or cells across our body. What happened to these things? What we eat later, they become integral part of our tissues or cells across our body. What happened to those foodstuffs we eat? It become our integral part of our body. It is called assimilation. What? Assimilation. They become integral part of our body called assimilation. Okay, next. What the cells do? All these substances. What the substances? Or the substance like amino acids, glucose, amino acids, next fatty acids and glycerol, all these substances. What the cell do? These substances. What happened to these substances? All the assimilated substances. What are they? Glucose, amino acids, fatty acids and glycerol. What happened to them? What the fate of these foodstuffs? The foodstuffs undergoes oxidize. We oxidize outside to help in the liberation of what they liberate. First they get the foodstuffs in the cell. The food oxidize and liberate some products. What is the meaning of oxidize? Oxidize means burn out. They burn out the foodstuffs. They burn out the foodstuff and liberate some substance. What are those substances? First one, it releases energy. What are the things? Energy. The what for energy? Did we need energy? Yes, we need energy. For what purpose we need energy? All the daily aspects of our life, to do all the work which are done by our body need energy, and that energy we get from the oxidation of foodstuffs. From the oxidized foodstuff we get the energy. It takes daily activities like locomotion, movement, all the systems worked out for respiration, digestion, whatever the energy we need, we get from the oxidation of foodstuffs. Next one, the byproducts, the products which are liberated. Next product was heat. What for heat? We use the heat to maintain or to regulate our body temperature. To maintain our constant body temperature. Next one, water. Liberated water. Last one, carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. What happened to this carbon dioxide? Carbon dioxide and water. Carbon dioxide is highly reactive. It reacts with water. If it reacts with water, it liberate carbonic acid called carbonic acid. It is then this carbonic acid get absorbed by the blood absorption. Then what happened to our blood? Our blood become acidic. What make the acidic? What happened to our blood? If it become acidic, it become non-functional. It it can't carry it carries oxygen, but at that time it become non-functional. It helpless to carry oxygen. Then what happened? Then our body doesn't get required oxygen. Then where is the what is the stuff from the oxidization of foodstuff? It takes from the oxygen present in the cell. If there is no oxygen, there is no oxidation, no burning of foodstuffs, there is no energy. Then there is no energy, no oxygen, and there is a loss of full of carbon dioxide, that is carbonic acid. Then it become, our red blood becomes so acidic, then it become cries. It cries to absence of his dysfunctioning of his work. Whatever it want to do, it can't be rectified. Next, the process in which the removal of carbon dioxide, further to remove the carbonic acid, to break down that process, we take oxygen and get rid of carbon dioxide. We need respiration. This is called respiration or breathing, which contain, we take oxygen and we liberate carbon dioxide, get rid of carbon dioxide. We take respiration. That is called respiration or breathing. Okay.